Yes, we are back here on Carolina Women. Yes, we are with Iain from Custom Audio Video. And yes, we want to hear all about the show. Where was it?
The show?
Uh-huh. Dallas, yes.
Right,
Well, he's been hounding us for 5 minutes about Dallas.
Teasing us with
Yes, so go
And you
ahead.
forgot.
I did forget for a moment because you didn't even, were you there in person?
I didn't go, but I
Okay.
will be there in January. I'm going to go to a different show in January, so
Okay,
it's all
fun.
good. So we are members of an association called CEDIA,
Okay.
and it's all about custom electronics and all the new stuff that happens.
and greatest.
They have an expo every year. This year it was in Dallas, so two of my colleagues went to see what's going on.
And what was going on?
Well, there was a hurricane, so they had trouble coming home, but that's okay. You know, the latest and greatest TVs, there's bigger and bigger TVs, there's fancy speakers, there's different amplifiers. It just goes on and on and on, and some great stuff. We've talked about, over months, we've talked about what we're doing in the showroom.
Correct.
We will be adding some of the new stuff as it becomes available.
Was there anything that was like, whoa?
Mind-blowing.
Yeah.
There was, but the major focus this year was lighting.
See?
Ooh.
I'm
Right.
all about it. Love it,
We
love
love
it.
So,
lighting.
you know, we're custom audio video, so people think of speakers and televisions
Yes.
and things like that. I think Sean previously has talked about lighting and,
Yes.
and the fixtures, but because lots of lights, the LEDs, fantastic, lots of lights now are becoming low voltage, so the whole lighting industry comes to people like us to sell and install the product.
Why? What does low voltage even
Well, it
mean?
doesn't mean, it means that the electrician doesn't run 120 volts to the
okay.
cans in the ceiling. It's a different wire that goes there, and there's a transformer typically, or some kind of power supply that powers these fixtures up.
And why is low voltage? I didn't mean to
Why
sit
is it
in
better?
Yeah, I didn't mean to sit up so you could. Yeah, why is
Well,
it better? What is
it's
the-
not necessarily better, but you can do a lot of different things with it. So, for instance, our bodies work on a circadian rhythm,
Yes.
right? Which relates to light and dark.
Mm-hmm.
So if your house was able to perform light and dark in sequence
Like an
with that,
interval?
it would get you in the right direction.
So let's talk about that for a second,
Yeah.
because that goes with what I do. I do a lot with insomnia and sleep, and more the talk is about how do you maintain in your home environment a normal circadian rhythm, and lighting has always been a real problem. And so this would actually...
Yeah, you know, I think for years there's been fixtures like we have in our showroom.
Sure.
It's you know, a can that's in there with a bulb and you switch it on or switch it off. You can dim them if you want.
Right.
But with the LEDs and with the control that we have over them, with control systems that we have,
Digital,
we
you
can
mean?
do lots of different things. You know, tunable white, I think
Yeah.
we've looked at
I
in
just
our
was-
theatre there. It can be hot or cold
Right.
temperature, which means it's very white or it's yellowish, it's warm. But there's also you know, color changing. So all of that working together, put together by a lighting designer,
See,
right?
that's the
the
key.
important part. It's not just put the lights in and switch them on or dim them. You have to design
It's
in
an
the
art.
house.
It
Yeah.
really
Well,
is.
what's interesting is last time we were here, well, a couple of times ago, we sat in the media room, remember?
And remember the floor lighting we were speaking about.
We talked about the floor lighting, and then we were looking at the lighting all around. That would be something that would really, if you haven't had a chance to come out to Custom Audio Video, it would be interesting because it gives you a visual of what you're talking about. Because that light went from cool to warm.
Yeah. And in fact, we haven't even touched the surface in our showroom yet. Next week, my colleague who was in Dallas, Charlie, is actually going to become a certified lighting designer. So next week, him and I are going to have a meeting in the showroom for lots of upgrades, upgrade the lighting and the AV and the control. So, you know, when you walk into this space,
Yes.
it will be completely different from the cans in the ceiling and the lights in the niches. They'll still be there, but there'll be different fixtures that perform differently to make you you know.
It's like a mood enhancer.
Yeah,
isn't it?
exactly. Yeah.
No, like a no joke.
Sure.
mood and- You know, again, I think the focus in living today is really on health and wellness. And even though it's custom audio video and you wouldn't think health and wellness, it really is impacting your health and wellness.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, look at music and now look at
music's
lighting.
the same, yeah.
It really is. Thank you, as always.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been great today. Thank you all for joining us here on Carolina Women. Have a safe and wonderful week. Bye-bye.